Welcome to Books in Sum, your go-to for bite-sized book summaries.
Die with Zero Bill by Perkins. Life is meant to be lived, and this book will teach you how to make the most of your time here on Earth and your resources so that you and the people you care about can be happy. These flashes will explain why conventional wisdom is wrong about material wealth and happiness, as well as how to make the most of your time here on Earth and financial resources in a way that benefits you and those you care about. The key to a happy, fulfilled, and memorable life is exposed in these fleeting moments of awareness. John was only 35 when doctors told him he had terminal cancer. After hearing the news, he and his wife Erin decided to spend their remaining time together traveling and appreciating each other's company. This tale serves as a sobering reminder that our time on this planet is limited. Time is a precious commodity that must be used wisely, yet it is often overlooked in discussions of scarcity. This way of thinking can lead to a life wasted. Before a life-altering conversation, the author preferred putting money away for the future to enjoying the present. When he was an entry-level finance worker, he bragged to a more senior coworker about how much money he had stashed away. The author's coworker implied that the only reason the author took the low-paying job was to gain promotion and a larger salary. The author's financial outlook shifted after he had this realization, and he began spending his savings on more ways to enjoy his 20s. The point is that financial dividends aren't the only kind that matter. The takeaway is that the things you do and see will leave permanent imprints on your memory. Your European adventure will always bring back happy thoughts whenever you look at old photos or reminisce with a friend. The most crucial information is that you will become wealthy through the accumulation of the small dividends that are constantly paid from your memory bank if you live a varied and rich life. The earlier you embark on your travels, the more years you will have to savor the memories of them, and this wealth will come in the form of experience rather than hard currency. For instance, Elizabeth, a childless 45-year-old woman, earns a net of $49,000 per year but only spends $33,000. The remaining $16,000 is placed into a pension and savings account. By the time she is 65 years old and ready to retire, she will have amassed a total of $770,000. Elizabeth retires and spends $32,000 annually until she passes away at age 85, a span of 20 years. Since Elizabeth left behind over $60,000 in savings, the lesson here is clear. Either die with nothing or work for free. Elizabeth worked for free for over 2.5 years, and now that she is dead, her work is done. Based on the life cycle hypothesis, Elizabeth could have taken a different strategy with her spending. She could have spread her money out over the course of her life and lived comfortably, but she chose to leave it in the bank. The takeaway here is that leaving your heirs penniless when you die is not a bad thing. Let's say you want to leave $50,000 to your daughter. In this case, you should treat the money as if you no longer had access to it. After making this choice, handling your wealth should become less of a hassle. Economic studies have shown that most Americans don't inherit money from their parents until after both parents have passed away. The most critical information presented here is that it's best to leave an inheritance to your children while they're still young, and that purchasing long-term care insurance is more cost-effective than putting money aside for a worst-case scenario that may never come to pass. The main message is that change is inevitable, so seize every opportunity, and the author illustrates this with the story of a father who lost his daughter when she told him she no longer liked a certain movie. The author also notes that when a past you passes away, its interests and passions perish with it. The steps to time bucketing your life and how to save enough for retirement are the most important details in this text. To time bucket one's life, one divides it into segments of 5 to 10 years and then places each experience in the appropriate segment. This will help you plan how much of your wealth to allocate to various stages of your life. Your net worth can be determined by tallying your assets and deducting your liabilities in order to provide an answer to the question posed. The takeaway here is to set aside just enough money for retirement and no more. Your wealth will increase over time, but probably not as much as the average American's. When you reach this point, you have amassed enough wealth that you no longer need to work. Taking risks is like going on a world trip when you're young. You'll get so much more out of it. This is the most crucial information presented in the text. This is because taking risks is like going on a world trip when you're young. You'll get more out of it, but the consequences will be more severe as you get older. If, at age 21, you try your hand at becoming a Hollywood star and fail, the damage will be minimal, and you'll still have plenty of time to forge a new professional path. If you don't go after your goals, you might spend the rest of your life regretting missed opportunities. The most pivotal points are the reminders that while life and opportunities are finite, the potential of dreams is not. Seize the day, dream big, and do things that stretch your mind and your body while you're young. You should prioritize contentment over material gains and keep in mind that nothing lasts forever. At the end of the day, you should prioritize your happiness over accumulating wealth because nothing lasts forever.
We hope you found this summary helpful in your listening journey. If you're interested in diving deeper into the topic or getting your hands on the whole book, be sure to check the description below where we've included links to the book and other related products that may be useful to you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay updated on our latest book summaries. And feel free to leave a comment with any suggestions or requests for books you'd like us to cover. Thanks again for tuning in and happy listening.